Hey guys, welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XIV. Now we're coming towards the end of the main scenario quest. This is the one of two part of an 8-man resistance. Instance. I don't know why I said resistance. So we're going to commence and approach our second to last main story mission. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, this video won't be... Well, it will be quite a long video, but it's not going to be a 4-man typical dungeon. This time round, it's an 8-man dungeon. Or instance. So, again, I don't know if I'm going to be main tanking. I'm assuming because of the amount of HP I've got, possibly. Not that it matters really HP wise, but I might let this other guy main tank. He seems to have Shield Earth up already. I'll take a step back and go with Sword Earth. Since there's going to be another main tank, there's no point me trying to keep hit off the other main tank. So the abbreviation we use at endgame is OT and MT. MT standing for main tank, OT standing for other tank. So I'm obviously OT. So normally in these dungeons, guys, we normally skip the cutscenes. Mainly due to because there's no point keeping another 7 people waiting for that one person who needs the cutscene. But I would recommend, if possible, that you go to in afterwards and watch those cutscenes. Those cutscenes are badass, guys, seriously. They're really, really cool. So in these sort of dungeons, they are more known for speed runs, basically. And as you can see here, we are pulling masses and masses of enemies and just doing lots and lots of AoEs. All the AoEs that every job has got. We just spam AoEs and take them all down. This shouldn't be too difficult to take down with some AoEs. So this run takes around about roughly 20 to 40 minutes depending on your group, depending on how many newbies you've got. Looks like we've got some more members coming in. Not members, enemies. Don't I said members. So even white mages can get involved here. They can use holy, they can use stone, arrow, just anything like that. But normally, typically, white mages just spam holy. So now would be the time to stick up cleric stance and do swift cast holy, then holy again maybe. Okay, one enemy left to go. So as you can see, your objectives are on your right hand side anyway. So if you're not really sure what to do, they're on the right hand side, of course, as always. Now if you're not a fan, for example, of having a lot of things on your screen, there is plenty of customizable things you can do to alter your HUD. Now, again, just AoEs, and we're already up to sort of, I kind of want to say the first boss, but there's not really any mechanics to it. It's just pretty much kill it, basically. Again, I'm going to skip the cutscene. And that black F there is the boss, or a mini boss. Mini boss, really. Okay, down you go. Okay, so we've got the black F here. Now this is our boss. Okay, so again, this enemy won't take too long to go down. I'm not even calling him a boss, I'm calling him an enemy. As you can see, his HP is flying down. You know, white mages can get involved. Now, if you're another tank like me, there will be some ads that spawn. So, by all means, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pull them into the middle where the boss is. Just for the sake of more AoEs to go off. So they keep flashing. So these enemies, we're not really too worried about them. They're baby enemies. And to be quite honest, when the Black Heft dies, all the other enemies die as well. So it's a matter of pretty much kill the boss as soon as you can. I'm just putting all on any damage over times I've got, anything I can do to help. That's what I'm doing. Black Heft, down and out. So after this cutscene, that I'm skipping, we have to enter the disposal chute. And again, normally the paladin, the main tank, the MT, normally leads the group. Now I would say it's pretty vital to stick close to the main tank if you can. Oh, another cutscene. So it's cutscene galore, you see. So it would be slowing everyone down if someone was watching the cutscene and waiting for him. By all means, you know, make sure you do go back and watch them though. If you're not sure where to access them, even, you can access them in your inn. So we've got 2 magic reapers to kill now, plus a load of enemies here. Again, I'm just going to mainly focus on the magic reaper. Now what you're going to notice at the end of this whole instance is you'll be getting a currency called soldiery. Now as I said before, it won't be a lot of soldiery, 20, and there will be ways and means of farming soldiery, and soldiery will become something you'll come to know very well. Okay, down you go. Again, sticking close with the tank. Bloodbane, or as it's obviously my party. So we've pulled them as well. Gonna open the treasure chest real quick. Bottle of high elixir. Nothing fantastic, and in these dungeons, as far as I'm aware, I've never seen any equipment drop, so it's not your typical dungeon where you get equipment to drop. Now this is where a lot of people overdo it with the pulls. I've seen some nasty pulls this one, and you know you're going to expect the odd death or two. Okay, I'm going to do another Circle of Scorn. So I've now gained abilities that you didn't know I have, because I'm now level 50, or we are now level 50. So everything I've been teaching you all the way through this Let's Play, at level 50 is where everything comes into effect. And I like to think of Final Fantasy 14, I don't know why I said 15. I like to think of Final Fantasy 14 as a journey between level 1 and 50. That's fine. That's kind of the introduction to the game. In my eyes, level 50 is when things start getting really interesting. And it's where you really have to play the job that you've been playing between 1 and 50. And that's been kind of teaching you how to play the job. Now at 50, that's where your experience is going to come into play. Everything you've learned, all those jobs you've leveled, making sure you've got your abilities set up the way you like them. All those other jobs you may have leveled, you know, you might want to check your cross class abilities. That's what I'm looking for, i.e. Marauder and whatnot. Oh, someone's got that one. See the unstable panel in there? That's where we need to go. I'm going to click that real quick. Now that we've got all the enemies around the surrounding area here, again, it's a matter of putting these enemies all together and AoEing them all down. Just, you know, I still do my best to get out of the AoEs a lot. Again, your white mages are more than welcome to jump in, do the odd holy here and there. But they've got I think their work's cut out for them, I think, at this stage in the game. Because in this particular instance anyway, they've got to look at healing, switching to cleric stance, you know, switching back out of cleric stance to heal again. And, you know, I quite like to think of it as one main heals, one DDs. But that never normally is the case. Okay. So the next part of this instance is heading back up here, turning right up into this little central crossing here. Oh, my controller was being a bit funny then. Okay, AoEs again, guys. AoEs. Now with the upcoming expansion coming up in the next month or two, you know, I'm gonna see if I can do all the dungeons that we've got access to after level 50 and gear myself up, which I'm relatively geared, and try and get myself sorted out for the new expansion that'll be coming out very soon. Because considering that we're going to be hitting level 60 as well, we'll have some more leveling to do. Okay, and that was there you go down. So this fight is pretty much similar to the first fight in my eyes. It's pretty much attack him and sort of zerg him down, I guess. Now after a few minutes into the fight, or even a few seconds into the fight, enemies at the far corner and the other corner behind me will spawn. Again, this is all affected by the main boss dying. If the main boss dies, then all these enemies die as well. So I'm going to stick myself on the main boss if possible. I'm just going to keep going with the odd flash here and there to blind everyone. And keep everyone on me at least, so there'll only be, hopefully, in the end, me and the main tank to heal. Still trying to avoid some AoEs if possible. Okay, the Magitech Vanguard is almost down. Pretty fast. I wouldn't say it's the fastest I've seen, but this is going pretty well. Oh, 7% health. So it does get a bit messy with all the ads, but the ads don't hit too hard. Now this bit's I find this a little bit more difficult than what we've come across so far. So now that we've got the key, we've now got Sid on our side. So you pretty much want to stay with Sid in this area, in this section of the instance anyway. Sid, do your thing. Now through here there's going to be some enemies. Okay, so I've I've taken the hit off them, or on them, and DPS or any other people's jobs is to go to the cannons and kill all these using the cannons. Drag them over to this section here. Quickly do a quick shield bash. Oh, he's dead anyway. So you pretty much drag all those enemies down, straight down to in front of those cannons there, and normally the rest of them fire the cannons and defeat the Magitech Colossal. Now these are actually possible to evade. You can just simply run across there and down there where you needed to go. Let's go and watch these die. Sid's on his way. And people at the cannons at the ready. Fire! As you can see, the big masses of damage that are about to hit the the Magitech Vanguard. Boom, down you go. Okay, so Sid's standing there and waiting for us. There's a treasure coffer. It's probably going to be a high elixir or something, and it's probably going to go to either a healer or a paladin. And it's gone to the healer. It's gone to the white mage. Now again, with this bit here, all your members want to go on to the cannons. Just going to flash these a few times. Drag them over here if possible. And on they go. So for this bit, guys, we're going to be waiting for Sid. There you are. And Sid's going to come down here into this little area here. And he's going to attack the structure over here, just here, where I'm stood. And as he does that, some 3 enemies here over here are going to spawn. I'm going to get ready to be on shield off this time, I think. So we're going to take these down real quick. And straight after these 3 die, we're going to have a big iron giant to contend with. Like so. Okay. So here we go. Magitech Colossal Rubicatus, I think it's called. I'm going to face him into the corner in case of any AoEs. Now his health takes a long time to go down, because as this fight goes on he'll spawn some adds in the distance, as you'll probably see in just a moment. So you can see the adds there. He does exhaust, which you can't help that. So it's just a matter of everyone watching out for that. So I'm just going to put all my... Well, I don't have many, but any damage over times I have on this Iron Giant, I'm just going to put it on him. He's effectively an Iron Giant, even though he's called Magitech Colossus Rubicatus. That's just a posh name for him. Because his mum couldn't think of anything else to call him. Yeah. So as you can see, there's a fetter attached to him. Now towards them are going to be some like claws in the distance there. Damage wise, he's not really hitting me for too much. So I'm just focusing all my time on this Colossus. Just going to use my bloodbath. Keep my HP topped up. I've got 2 lots of regen on me. So my health's ticking up very nicely. In fact, I haven't seen him hit me for ages. Oh, there we go. He's just hit me now. So it would be probably a good thing if you could limit break this near towards the end. But he's got some more fetters on him again. So we need to defeat the ads there. Oh, I never moved out of AoE in time that time. So I've just got the Magitech Vanguard H on me. Just gonna keep blinding him. So Magitech Colossus is nearly dead. As I said before, it does take quite a while for his health to go down. A limit break at a very nice time there. I'm not sure who limit break, but well done to them. It was good timing. And you can start charging up your next limit break as you've used it. So this bit, okay. This bit's a bit more interesting. Because the cannons that we were using on the left hand side behind these behind the walls there, I'd say get people to go there, and we're going to pull these there. Or, alternatively, you can pull them down to these cannons, which I'm going to get ready. As you can see, we're going to get ready there. Boom. Boom. Okay. So our bit of the game here is to stand here and guard as he brings it. I don't know if you can see in the distance there, guys. I think you can openly see an Iron Giant. So everyone at the ready, fire! Now I need to kill this Iron Giant pretty quick, so he will attack the these cannons. So unfortunately, he's actually defeated several of the cannons there. We've only got one left. So with this bit now, we have to head south. Sorry, look which way we're going then. And open these doors, and if you look in here, guys, be very, very careful. While that paladin gets that one, I'm going to take these ones here. So to clear out these enemies. So now that I've flashed these and gotten a hit, I'm going to take these away. I don't think we're going to fight here. Oh, actually, looks like we are. Never mind. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm caught on something. Just going to pop up all my debuffs. My defensive buffs, that is. Not the huge fan of this dungeon, really. The next one's more my favourite. And I think a lot of other people's favourite as well. Okay, so we're just taking them down with AoEs again. Just going to avoid these AoEs if possible. So we've got 2 lots of bards doing their giant AoEs. They're really good at doing AoEs, their bards are. And I know it's not much, but you get the very little bit of gil for killing each of these enemies. But it all adds up. Seems and looks really messy, but it's really not too bad. Okay, so after he's down, all those enemies should despawn. Keyword is should, I'm hoping. Ah yes, there they go. They run away like wusses. The wusses they are. Everyone has to fire these cannons. Now there is a magic colossus that actually pops up there, as you can see in the distance there. But if you're quick enough, we can shoot down the aircraft, like so. Skipping the cutscenes again. We'll have to take this down, I'm afraid. But 2 of these to put up with. So 1 tank on each. Excuse me. Now normally the cannons take these down, but obviously we've got to put up with these ourselves. Tear these machines apart. Or as Barrett would say, I'm going to bust it up. That was a bad impression of Barrett, like, but whatever. Oh. Down you go. Now everyone all on one enemy. Okay, so after this magic colossus is dead, we are then on the final boss. And there we go. So say hello to the last boss of this instance of Castrum Meridianum. It's a bit of a mouthful. I just typed Castrum Meridian myself, but Livia Sas Junius. Now the thing about this fight is straight away you'll go in and you can't actually hurt him. He's basically kind of got a Magitech armor on, as you can see there. And there's not much we can really do. And he's basically restoring his health as it ticks down. So there's no point you wasting your time of trying to attack him there. So what, in the meantime, what the rest of the group are doing are using these magic missiles, clicking this magic claw, and getting the ammos ready for fire. Because what we're going to do, guys, is fire the cannon at Livia Sas Junius. As you can see, we've already taken a chunk of his health down by just doing the cannon. And once we rid him of his armour, then we can start doing damage to him. So for the time being, we're going to keep trying to load up these cannons and taking down these ads for now. Now I'd recommend that if you have any of the ads you've got any hate, to drag them into the middle for AoEs. Generally, this dungeon's done the same way. I mean, we've already got the Livia Sas Junius already at half health. Ooh, everyone's got Medica 2 on them. Nice. Nice work, guys. So again, just going to go with my Circle of Scorn, which is my only AoE ability really, other than Flash, as far as I'm aware. And that's it, guys. That we've defeated the armour of Livia Sas Junius. Now we've only got the main boss himself to kill. You've guessed it. Livia Sas Junius himself, outside of his Magitech armour. No real technique for this. I'm going to go to my sword off and just attack him. And take this guy down for good. So this video has not taken us too long, roughly a half an hour, that's not too bad. I've seen this dungeon take a fair bit longer with a few deaths along the way, but it all depends on the group you've got. Now, as I was saying before, you'll have a lot of your party members are going to be skipping their cutscenes, so I'd recommend skipping them just for the sake of having any aggro of people saying skip your cutscenes, or, you know, or if you wanted to watch them with people, you know, giving you a bit of hate because you wanted to watch your cutscenes. End of the day, you can go and watch your cutscenes back in your inn. Got some ads here to kill. Whatever you try, Livius Astunius, you ain't got it in. You ain't gonna kill us. Another cool thing about this dungeon is I'm a fan of the music. I quite like it. I think it's called Steel Reason. I think it's called. Now, admittedly, I'm not a major fan of the Final Fantasy XIV soundtrack, but there's a few and a handful of soundtracks that sound pretty cool. The Garuda song is pretty cool. The Titan fight is pretty cool. This one's pretty cool. And the next instance we go in, that one's pretty cool as well. It's got several soundtracks that we love in that. But I'll probably mention that in the next video. He's almost down. He's at the last 28% health. He's going to be moving now, and he's going to using his move. Now I'm going to take this and fight him a little bit away from the group if I can. Just going to put shield off on just to make sure I keep hit on it. Now the reason why I'm dragging him over here is just so obviously we don't take AoE like that, which by the way I couldn't help that. But Livius Astunius will be ordering the command to attack in a moment. But I'm going to let the rest of the party members pretty much defeat Livius Astunius. Whoop. Angle change. Exhaust. And that is it, guys. Livius Astunius down and out. And funnily enough, I actually got the card there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Where is it? Yeah, the Livius Astunius card. 2-star card, nice. But I hope that's helped anyone out who needs to see what this dungeon was like. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, happy gaming, everyone. Take care.